and welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Confident Oko.
And I am Shamsuddin Abdurazak.
Thank you for joining us. And now the news headlines. Labour Party rejects election tribunal verdict, vows to continue to fight for democracy. Federal government announces price hike for prepaid electricity meters, sparks consumer backlash. Kamal University Vice Chancellor urges government focus on economy to curb brain drain. And in sports, Nigerian football stars Victor Osimhen and Asisa Toshola nominated for 2023 Ballon d'Or Awards.
Welcome back. Now on the news and details. On Wednesday, the federal government announced an increase in prices of both single-phase and three-phase prepaid electricity meters, which will be effective from September 6, 2023. This announcement was made through an order issued by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and signed by the Commission's chairman, Sanusi Garba, and Commissioner for Legal Licensing and Compliance, Dafe Akweneye. According to the order, the cost of a single-phase meter will now be more than 81,000 naira, up from the previous price of over 58,000 naira, while a three-phase meter's price has been raised to 143,000 from 109,000 naira. This decision faced opposition from power consumers who questioned the federal government's ongoing trend of raising prices in the Nigerian energy sector. The NERC, in its explanation for meter price hike, stated that it was aimed at ensuring a fair, reasonable pricing structure for both meter asset providers, MAPs, and end-user consumers. This adjustment is intended to enable MAPs to recover their reasonable costs associated with meter procurement and maintenance while ensuring that their pricing structure allows for a sustainable return on investment.
The Lagos State government has introduced a strategic plan to achieve its goal of reducing and ultimately ending preventable deaths of newborns and stillbirths in the state. This plan, titled the Lagos State Every Newborn Action Plan, was recently unveiled and shared with stakeholders in the health sector at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Ikeja. The development of this plan aligns with both the Nigerian Every Newborn Action Plan and the Lagos State Strategic Health Development Plan 2. Dr. Olusegun Ogoye, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, spoke at the unveiling of the document. He explained that LASENAP aims to expand evidence-based and cost-effective interventions, creating a concerted effort to translate global, national, and state commitments into tangible improvements for newborns. He also highlighted the significant progress made by Lagos State in improving maternal and child health indicators, attributing this success to enhancements in the state's healthcare system, particularly in delivering high-quality maternal and neonatal care.
Professor Dapo Asalu, the former Vice Chancellor of Ajayi University in Oyo State, has emphasized that in order to address the issue of brain drain, the federal government must first focus on improving the economy to entice the young population who are leaving the country to return. He pointed out that it is a waste of resources for individuals to spend over £15,000 on obtaining a master's degree abroad, when a similar quality of education is available at a lower cost in Nigeria. Professor Asalu stressed the importance of Nigerian political leaders directing their efforts towards addressing infrastructural challenges and improving security within the country. He argued that the phenomenon of Nigerians seeking better opportunities abroad, often referred to as the Japa syndrome, is essentially a form of enslavement brought about by poor economic conditions created by Nigerian government. He cited factors such as high inflation, insecurity, and the lack of social security as driving young professionals away from the nation when they should be actively engaged in nation building. We'll now be going on a short break. Please stay with us.
Experience the acceleration of Oweleketv. Get the latest news from the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry to the pulse-pounding realm of sports. We provide accurate and up-to-date information, exclusive interviews with top political analysts that will leave you craving more. our team of professionals delivers captivating contents from Nigeria and beyond. Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back from the break. The Presidential Election Petition Court located in Abuja has dismissed the claim made by the Labour Party and its candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, that the 2023 presidential election was manipulated in favor of President Bola Tinubu. In a preliminary ruling delivered by Justice Abba Mohammed, the court concluded that Obi and the LP failed to provide substantial evidence to support their allegation of widespread corruption during the February 25th election. The court noted that although the petitioners alleged irregularities in the election, they did not provide specific details of where these alleged irregularities occurred. The court acknowledged that the petition contained serious allegations of violence, non-voting, vote suppression, fictitious election results entries, and corrupt practices. However, it found that these allegations lacked specific details and were vague and imprecise. Consequently, the court struck out certain paragraphs of the petition.
Still on the presidential election petition verdict, the Labour Party has expressed its rejection of the judgments delivered by the Election Petition Tribunal in response to the party's legal challenges against the electoral victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the February 25, 2023 elections. Following the tribunal's verdict on Wednesday, LP's National Publicity Secretary, Obiora Ifo, released a statement asserting that the party believed that justice was not served in the petitions against the APC and Tinubu. The party also indicated that it would reveal its next course of action after consulting with its legal advisors upon receiving the certified true copies of the judgment. The LP argued that the court's ruling did not align with the law or the will of the people. The statement noted that the Nigerian had witnessed what is deemed as electoral misconduct on February 25, 2023, which had received global condemnation. However, the tribunal, in its discretion, did not acknowledge these concerns. The statement emphasized the significance of upholding democracy and pledged the party's unwavering commitment to the people's interest. LP acknowledged the dedication of its legal team in exposing flaws within the system and expressed sorrows for the state of democracy in Nigeria. Despite the challenges, LP stated that it will not give up on Nigeria.
Moving on, the lead attorney for Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Chris Uche SAN, announced that they have been instructed to challenge the unanimous judgment that affirmed President Bola Tinubu's victory. Uche conveyed this information during a press briefing regarding Atiku's response to the court's decision. Expressing his dismay at the ruling, Uche mentioned that both Atiku and the legal team had anticipated a verdict that would promote and endorse the utilization of technology in elections. Nevertheless, he stated their intention to appeal the judgment, emphasizing that the fight is far from over.
And in sports, Nigerian footballers Victor Osimhen and Aziza Oshoala have been included on the shortlist for the 2023 Ballon d'Or awards in their respective men's and women's categories. This prestigious ceremony is scheduled to take place in Paris on October 30th. Osimhen, who is currently the top scorer in the African Cup of Nations qualifying series with 7 goals, has become the first male Nigerian footballer to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or in 24 years. The last Nigerian player to achieve this honor was former captain Nwankwo Kanu in 1999. The 24-year-old Osimhen made history as the first African to win the Capo Cannoniere awarded to the top scorer in Serie A during the previous season. He achieved this milestone while playing for Napoli, where he scored 26 goals in Serie A and a total of 31 goals in 39 games across all competitions. As for Aziza Oshoala, she earned her consecutive nomination after a successful campaign with Barcelona Femení, where her team won the Women's Champions League. In the previous year, she became the first African to be nominated for the Women's Ballon d'Or, and this time she is the sole African player listed in the women category.
And now on what's happening in the foreign space. On Wednesday, Mexico's Supreme Court ruled against the federal law that had previously criminalized abortion. This decision reaffirmed an earlier ruling that found criminal penalties for abortion to be unconstitutional. As a result, the federal healthcare system in Mexico is now permitted to provide abortion services. It's worth noting that Mexico's highest court, which includes 11 justices, had declared criminal penalties for abortion unconstitutional in 2021. However, at the time, the ruling only applied to the northern state of Coahuila, where the initial case had originated. This recent decision expands the scope of the ruling to the federal level, effectively decriminalizing abortion across the country and allowing for the provision of abortion services through the federal healthcare system. Before we go, we'll be joining Hadiza Galadima for Entertainment Tidbits.
Thank you, Confidence, and welcome to Entertainment Tidbits. Nigerian dancer and singer Kora Obidi has expressed her disappointment and frustrations with her recent experience with the police in Lagos. She currently resides in the United States but was in Lagos at the time. In an Instagram post, Kora shared her encounter with the police during a routine inspection of her vehicle. She described the incident where police officers refused to lock the car doors for a focused document check and another officer searched the car interior while kneeling on the driver's seat. Additionally, the officers conducted a rough search of her bag and personal belongings. Kora called on the police to shift their focus from targeting the youth and instead prioritize and apprehending corrupt politicians. She believed that directing their efforts could help address issues like high fuel prices in the country. Her post has sparked discussion on social media, with many expressing support for Kora and demanding better treatment from law enforcement. I am Hadiza Galadima. Join me again tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Hadiza. And just before we go, here is a recap of the news headlines. Labour Party rejects election tribunal verdict, vows to continue to fight for democracy. Federal government announces price hike for prepaid electricity meters, sparks consumer backlash. Former university vice chancellor urges government focus on economy to curb brain drain. And in sports, Nigerian football stars Victor Osimhen and Asisa Toshola nominated for 2023 Ballon d'Or Awards. And that's it on Oweleketv News today. Please do follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to get top stories as they drop. Our website is oweleketv. I am Confidence Oko.
And I am Shamsuddin Abdulrazak.
Thank you for joining us.